gentlemen, we welcome you to Prodigy Racing Network's coverage of the IFAR Premier League as we head out to Kansas for this one, but not Kansas Speedway. No. We're heading out to Topeka, Kansas, the capital of the state of Kansas, for the Heartland Motorsports Complex, or Heartland Motorsports Park, whatever you want to call it, for the United States Grand Prix. Today's race is going to be 29 laps around a 2-mile road course, just about half a mile shorter than the Watkins Glen International Speedway. First off, before we get started, let's go into our point situation here, and it's not really anything too special. Jerry Cook is currently your points leader. Austin Delgado 11 points back. Natani Dagenhart, TJ Curtis, and Jeremy Clements will round out your top 5. Those 5 automatically qualified for the race here tonight based on the kind of preliminary system that they do here. Well, the drivers getting ready to get this race underway here in Topeka. Jerry Cook qualified on pole here as they come down through the drag strip. And our graphics package all set up here. Jerry Cook and Natani Dagenhart will be in row 1. Wong Do and Ryan Santana in row 2. Gino Bononi and Jeremy Clements will be in row 3. Joshua Lisa Swain and looks like, is that Aiden? Yeah, it is. Aiden Lacasse in the next row over. Green flag in the air here in Topeka. 29 laps of pure chaos as they go down into turn 1. A little bit of dive bombing happened. We got one. Oh, Austin Delgado losing control on the outside lane. Oh, we got one around. No texture found. It is Garson Muyung around. A lot of people stacking up as a result here. 3 cars around. That is Blake Cusson. Nico Cervidio was involved in it, and Garson Muyung. No caution to the best of my knowledge here. I think it's going to be 3 drivers required for a yellow here at these road courses. Some of these drivers did not submit their paint schemes. They are probably going to be ending up using the default anime scheme for this race, but here they are coming down into the kinks here. Oh, Flandre Wilson rides the curbs a little too much there. Thomas Troxell's car. I just ate dinner and it's making me hungry for dessert with that Krispy Kreme Camry. Flandre Wilson blocking up, going. Oh, she's into the grass. Uh-oh, this is not going to be very good as they get ready to head out onto the drag strip. Coming in through the final couple of corners to end lap number 1, and we got lots of battles happening throughout the course of the field here. Here they are exiting the final quarter and onto the drag strip onto the front straightaway, and Jerry Cook, no big surprise, will end up leading the first lap of the United States Grand Prix. Here comes Victor Delgado fighting for a win earlier today in the MCRL race, and hits the wall a little bit as they dive down into turn 1. This track used to play host to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series up until about 1999, I believe it was. Was one of the few road courses on the schedule other than Watkins Glen. They didn't really go to any other road courses in the Craftsman Truck Series. Kind of like these days, actually, now that I think about it. Lisa Swain into the grass there. Aiden Lacasse going to pass him around the inside. And this old racetrack in the heartland of America putting on a heck of a show so far the first couple laps. Here comes LA Productions, Connor Hudson and his Denver Nuggets 49. Trying to get around the outside of the 20 of D-Rod as he tries to chase down Ruby Estes, who gets a little squirrely going into the kink. And then that sheetrock Toyota is going to try and come up into this hard braking zone. He locks up the brakes a little bit, but he's going to get up in front of, or he's just going to get right behind the 93. Connor Hudson not able to take advantage here. Number 7 went into the grass a little bit. That is Winty Wolf in his Looney Tunes Goodwrench Chevrolet. Got the Tasmanian Devil on the front of that on that hood there. Most of the battles are happening through the back here, it looks like. I haven't really seen the lead, but Jerry Cook is leading, so probably isn't much competition. Wong Do has held on to 3rd place so far. Natani Dagenhart currently sitting 3rd place in the standings. They're trying to chase down Jerry Cook for the win. Lisa Swain and Lacasse still going at each other's throats here as they go through the halfway mark of the racetrack. And around the inside, Lisa Swain trying to make something work. And that Moxie Chevrolet sure has some moxie to it going through these corners. And that Chevrolet, the two Chevrolets. Oh, he's going to try a dive bomb around the inside. They're going to use the rumble strips to their advantage. Joshua Clements was into the grass there. Here comes Lacasse looking for an opportunity. Coming down into the final couple of hard braking zones here. We are on lap number 3 here at Heartland Park in Topeka. Man, it kind of makes me wonder why the Craftsman Truck Series doesn't still race here. This has been an incredible race so far. And Joshua Lisa Swain is like a cockroach right now. Oh, he's into the grass though, but here comes the 92 of Joshua Clements. Around the inside on the front straightaway down the drag strip. And he's going to go into the hard braking zone into turn 1, and he is clear. Joshua Lisa Swain, but he's still going to fight back going through the first corner. Lisa Swain battling Clements hard. This is the battle for, I gotta have to check here. This is the battle for, I believe, 7th? Or sorry, no, not 7th, 8th, I'm sorry. Joshua Lisa Swain still holding on strong. He lost it for a couple of corners, but it seems like he's going to be just fine as they come down into the chicane here. I don't really have I should pull up a track map of the Heartland Park so I know which corners are which. Thomas Troxel into pit road. Wonder what happened to him. Ruby Estes battling with Connor Hudson. And then you also got the 78 of Blake Cusson battling with Blaine Davis. Beautiful Kevin Harvick throwback there with his grave digger Ford Mustang. Garson Muyoung spun out earlier in the race. It looks like he's doing just fine, and looks like Connor Hudson's going to have to try and hold off Nico Servidio's that number 4 Logitech Chevrolet. Oh, we got one off! Blaine Davis is around, and he's going to avoid the others here. Still green here in Topeka. Ruby Estes battling with Cusson. And that Toyota Camry is in a very good position here, but Ruby Estes very hungry for that spot as they come into the final couple of corners. And onto the drag strip they go. Connor Hudson having some issues on corner exit. And the Denver Nuggets Ford Mustang having a couple of issues in that sector 3. They'll cross in at starting lap number 5 here in Topeka, Kansas. And that's battle between Ellie Productions. And here comes Nico Servideo using the rumble strip there, but it looks like I think Connor Hudson's going to have an opportunity coming up at this corner. Let's see if he can outbreak the 4 here. Massive battle coming in for 19th at this point of the race. Connor Hudson still holding on strong. He knows where that 4 is going to go, and he is using it to his advantage. Both drivers trying to get something going. I saw a little bit of a lockup there. Ruby Estes locked up in that last corner. Now Connor Hudson's under threat from Blaine Davis, the fellow Ford. Blaine Davis trying everything he can, and Ruby Estes had some problems. Here they come into the heavy braking zone, into the middle part of the racetrack. 4 cars battling for position here, potentially just 3 if Ruby Estes falls off any more here. But it looks like Nico Servideo might be getting himself separated from Connor Hudson. The DSRA ringer still doing everything he can. Ruby Estes got a little bit slick coming out of the corner, and she's gonna try and go for it. And Blaine Davis able to hold on, and Ruby Estes into the wall she goes, coming out of the drag strip. Connor Hudson still holding on strong. The 41's gonna get a run here, coming off the drag strip. Will he be able to make a move going into turn 1? We have not paid much to the back part of the field, but Connor Hudson and Blaine Davis are giving us something to watch here. And this is road course racing with stock cars at its finest. Connor Hudson still holding on to the position. I kind of want to see... Oh, we have so many other battles too. Look at D-Rod and Victor Delgado III. You also got to pay attention to Hiller and I believe that is William Viola. The DSRA breakout that we saw late in the DSRA season. We saw how he did in Watkins Glen. in that DSRA race. I kind of expect him to have a little bit of success here in Topeka, but it looks like he's trying to get around the 3 first. Oh, a little bit of contact. Gets a little bit loose coming into the corner. And that number 6 car, it's not letting off here from that number 3 as they head on to the drag strip. And onto the front stretch they go, side by side. The 6 car will clear the 3. And good Lord, we are almost halfway through here. We're about a fourth of the way through this race. And so far, I kind of don't want this to end. No cautions yet. We do have some cars coming into pit road, though. Ruby Estes, Connor Hudson coming in to do their stops. Kind of wonder if they had some contact earlier that I didn't see. Have a little bit of a lockup for Flandre Wilson there. You saw the old smoke there. And looks like Garson Muyoung's going to try and pick a fight with Winty Wolf. Let's see how well this goes. You're on board with Garson Muyoung. Here he comes. He's got to run on this stretch here. He's not going to be able to get any momentum entering the braking zone here. A lot of drivers said in practice they didn't really like the setup here, but it looks like they did a couple changes to the IFAR setup here. It looks like they're having a great time here. Winty Wolf now not only under threat from the 71. Here comes Garson Muyoung around the outside, and he's going to try and get him going into the next corner. Winty Wolf slightly into the grass, 2 tires into the grass. He's going to race the 78. Around the outside, we'll go the 78 car of Blake Cusson. And he's going to clear the 7. He's going to clear the 7 car, but I think that's all she wrote for that battle as they enter the drag strip here for another lap. I think this should be lap number 8 here that they're coming up on. Right now, your top 3 has not changed. Jerry Cook, Nathani Dagenhart, and Wang Do, everybody's favorite Asian, rounding out the top 3. Here comes Gino Bononi, the Italian stallion there with the 93 of Ruby Estes. Oh, Estes gets a little squirrely. Gino Bononi is trying everything he can to make a move now as they enter the braking zone into the chicane. No, that's not a chicane. These are I think there's just a couple of S's. I think the chicane's coming up. Either that or we've already passed it. Connor Hudson, you can see him in the backdrop there. And into the chicane, Thomas Troxel. Austin Delgado gave him a little bit of a problem there. Let's take a look at what happened. Just a little bit of a review. I think we overshot the replay a little too much there. Thomas Troxel, he just overshoots the corner a little bit there, and here comes Wang Do. That wasn't even a battle for position. He was just trying to get around him. I thought something was terribly wrong there, but the fact that we're already in the stage of the race where people are starting to get lapped, so that explains Ruby Estes and Gino Bononi, and we apologize for that. Thomas Troxel is heading into pit road. This is a battle for 14th. It's going to be a drag race down the drag strip. I guess that's what it's made for. Cussing around the inside. Muyoung with a little bit of contact as they enter turn 1. Muyoung and the Maya Ford trying to get around him. It's going to be a switchback here for the 78 of Blake Cusson. Trying to make a move on the outside lane. And he's going to move down to the inside. Bumps the 71 a little bit on corner exit. And Garson Muyoung putting up a heck of a fight. And Cusson has just been chasing him down. An absolutely incredible race so far in Heartland Park as they go through the chicane. Oh, Cusson got a little bit loose on the chicane there. What's going on? We got one in the grass. It is Blaine Davis in the Grave Digger Ford Mustang. Saw him out the corner of my eye there. Remember, Thomas Troxel is not a factor with these two here. This is a potential battle for 14th between Winty Wolf and Nico Servideo, 2 guys that have raced each other in DSRA. And that 4 car is still holding on. They might have another competitor here, though, as Hiller is getting ready to enter the fold. Wow. 20 laps to go here. Or, sorry, 10 laps to go. I should probably... No, wait. No, 20 laps to go. I'm sorry. And this has just been an incredible race so far. You know, for such a small track, this has kind of been a really good race. Got the unsponsored car, Ryan Santana. Push, Jelani, push on the back bumper. I love that, Ryan. That's another reminder of your top 5. Jerry Cook, Natani Dagenhart, Wong Do, Austin Delgado, and Ryan Santana. Ryan Santana is trying to battle for 4th. He's got Austin Delgado in front of him. But look at that. I could see Wong Do up there. Gotta love Heartland Park. And now Austin Delgado has a chance to get on podium position here. Trying to get top 3 as he's trying to battle with Wong Do. And here he comes. He might have an opportunity in the next couple of corners. Whoa, you can see they're getting a little bit loose off corner exit. And he's trying to hold on. Wong Do is doing a pretty good job defending his position as they go through the chicane. If they keep holding each other up, Ryan Santana is going to find some opportunities here. He might be able to get 3rd here if these two continue to battle like that. Wong Do's got to be pretty nervous here. He's got the 5 of Austin Delgado. He wants that 3rd place position, and Wong Do is not letting him. But he's also got the Tawny Dagenhart right in front of him. And Jerry Cook, every time we come to a road course, I'm always going to say this. Running out of gas at the Italian Grand Prix last season, kind of expect him to choke away these road course wins, but so far, he's doing pretty good. Been dominating this race, but he did that in Monza, so we'll have to see if he can bring in this whole race here. Connor Hudson is a lap down, I believe. Let me double check that. We do have a couple retirees. Cam Jamison and Joshua Lisa Swain have retired from the race. Connor Hudson is, in fact, 19th place, 1 lap down. We got 21 cars left in this race here. About 10 cars off from the amount that we've had so far in these broadcasts in Season 10. Oh, whoa! We got a lot of cars getting squirrely there in the final couple of corners. And with that, Hiller is probably going to lose a couple positions here. Wincy Wolf's going to have to try and take advantage one way or another here as they enter the drag strip. And Wincy Wolf could have had an opportunity to seal the position away, but unfortunately not able to do much with it. Ryan Santana is still trying to chase down Austin Delgado, who's also trying to chase down Wong Do. This battle is far from dead here in Overland Park. Here in Heartland Park. Sorry. Heartland Park in Topeka. Once again, this place used to play host to the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. The drag strip, I know, is still open. But I'm not so sure about the road course. I don't know if the road course is still open or if they've closed that off. But the drag strip here is still in use, I believe, by the NHRA. So, a little bit of a lockup from Natani Dagenhart. They're going to be under serious pressure here in just a little bit. And that Toyota Camry got to be one of the best paint schemes in the field. I say one of because there are still a lot of really good paint schemes made by some really good designers here in the field. Joshua Clements has got a really good car, and so does Ruby Estes, but Natani Dagenhart going to be under a lot of pressure here in just a couple of moments. Wong Do still trying to put the pressure on them, but also getting some pressure from Austin Delgado. He's been way on top that 0-6 all this race. And Dagenhart gets a little bit tight going through the corner. Something happened with the Tawny Dagenhart, and they'll lose the 3rd place spot. Something seriously wrong with the 87 car. And the Tawny Dagenhart. What's wrong? I think they're out of fuel. Oh no. Whatever it is, something is wrong with that 87 car, whether they were trying to just pit or something broke in the car. We'll find that out in the next couple of laps, I suppose. But Wang Do will now move into second place. Austin Delgado is in the final podium position. And he is still trying. He is still hounding that 0-6 here as we approach the halfway mark of the race. We've been racing for a good 20 minutes so far. It has not felt like 20 minutes. And this has just been so entertaining to watch. And Wang Do and Austin Delgado just adding another incredible battle to the mix here. Got a car going slow up there. I'm kind of wondering. Wang Do, he has to defend. This is Austin Delgado's best chance, I would say, other than the turn 1 entry to get something going before they enter the chicane, and they are going to be a little bit more spread out here. Flandra Wilson, the lap car in the distance. She is up into 16th place, a lap down. Wang Do and Austin Delgado, they're going to be under pressure here by Ryan Santana. Garson Muyang is a lap down. Delgado entering the drag strip. And I'm pretty sure he didn't get anywhere close to a world record time for the drag strip, but Jerry Cook is in the pit road here. So is Blake Cusson. Wang Do is in. That might have been what Natani was doing. I think they were just trying to do their routine pit stop. Nico Servideo is out of his stall. Here comes Joshua Clements. Jerry Cook, easy in, easy out. And right now, your leader should be Austin Delgado. He should be coming in this next lap. We're going to have to watch that, but I think him and Ryan Santana should be coming in very, very shortly. Flandre Wilson, loose it coming out the corner. Delgado will avoid her. Oh, that could have been close. That could have been very close. And Ryan Santana now might have a little bit of a closer run here with the 5, but Austin Delgado might have to get a change of underwear when he goes in the pit road in the next couple of laps. As that number 5 car just about nearly T-boned the 23 car. And look, she just lost it coming out of the corner. Garson Muyang also just about becomes the track's next victim here. Delgado and Santana in the pit road. This should be a close battle for the lead in the pits here. If Delgado can get his stop over with quickly, if he can get in there just perfectly, he should be able to keep the lead. Now, Ryan Santana also in a position where he can take the lead of this race. Wang Do's cartoon face right there creeps me out. I'm just going to say that right now. Speaking of Wang Do, here he comes. Currently sitting in 5th place. He's looking to get into 3rd here. 1-800-B-Wong. And he's battling with Ruby Estes right now, who is a lap car. Jerry Cook is out of the pit road, but Hiller just went into the grass. He's in 15th place as it stands. Jerry Cook should be in the lead right now. Completely forgot he was out there on the racetrack. Now I just kind of wonder where Austin Delgado is right now. So Delgado should be in 3rd when they all cycle out here. I didn't think Wang Do was going to get around the track that quickly, and I forgot Jerry Cook. Oh, what the heck? Ruby Estes! What are you doing? Let's take a look at that one more time, because they might use this stream as evidence if they want to penalize her. What in God's name did that 93 do? Did she just overshoot the corner? Take a look here. Yeah, she made an honest attempt to slow down, but wow, she just... Oh, and barely misses the tire barrier, too. That was skillful. I like that. The officials might have a bit of a different opinion than I do, but we'll just have to see that when the time comes. Battle for 7th coming up here between Aiden Lacasse and Joshua Clements. We are halfway through here in the United States Grand Prix. You're watching the IFAR Premier League on, almost said ESPN, on PRN. What if this was on ESPN, though? That'd be pretty nice. Maybe if these drivers were, like, world-class drivers, they would probably be on ESPN, but... Not saying that they're bad, I'm just saying this is not esports. Laundry Wilson is a lap down. Keep that in mind. I do think Victor Delgado might still be battling for position with that 23 car. We're just going to have to take a look at that when it comes around. Laundry Wilson does have a win this season at the chaotic race at Calder Park. I don't think she's going to be getting a second win here in Topeka. I keep wanting to say Overland Park for whatever reason, but... Oh my god! Ruby Estes! She's dead. Ruby Estes is dead. We just watched a fatal accident. First off, let me see. Caution is out. They have called the yellow. Ruby Estes. She's not been able to make that chicane, and oh, this time she is not so lucky. And Natani Dagenhart also misses it. Oh my god. Ruby Estes is dead, guys. Oh my god. So the caution is out here in Topeka. There's no ticker. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm losing my job. This is not very good. Yeah, we don't have a ticker, it looks like. Well, crap. Thanks, NR2003. You're the best. Well, I'm not about to just exit the game and just restart it. We just gotta go with it, I guess. Caution is out here in Topeka. There is 12 laps to go in this race so far. Jerry Cook has led every single lap he's led all but one lap today. And he only lost a lap because he was in pit road and Austin Delgado took the position. Hiller is a lap down, so he is not in second. Right now, your top three is Jerry Cook, Wong Do, Austin Delgado, Ryan Santana, and Gino Bononi. The G-Man. Aiden Lacasse and Joshua Clements were having a pretty good battle earlier in the race. Also, Victor, there were about, I think there were 23 cars that started this race. They didn't have to do a Q2 kind of situation. They just did one qualifying session and called it good. So some cars trying to catch up to the pack. As you can see, Garson Muyoung, Connor Hudson, all those guys trying to catch up to the field. I think Blake Cusson and Victor Delgado are going to step on the gas here, trying to get up to the field. Natani Dagenhart should still be in the race here. They are currently being scored 10th, although I'm not sure if I believe that. Ruby Estes is still in this race. She is a lap down despite literally dying. There she is right there in that number 93. And her car has seen far better days. Speaking of which, there were a handful of penalties handed out after the Indianapolis race last week. We did not cover that because I completely forgot they were racing that night. But as soon as I get that pulled up for you, while we're under caution, just to fill some of the dead air, we're going to go through some of the punishments that were handed out from last week. As apparently, I guess I've been told that Indianapolis was probably a good race for me to skip for that reason. But come on, Discord, cooperate with me, thank you. Come on. Are you freaking kidding me? So where is it? Is it an IFAR Bible? No? Okay. I literally pulled it up earlier today, but I guess we're just screwed. So Jerry Cook is still your leader. I don't know if they're going to be going green this time by or next time by. Oh shoot, I'm stupid. It's in announcements. So with that, so everybody's pitting, so they're not going green this time. A lot of people come down into pit road. Holy cow. Anyway, so the penalties that were handed out last week, there were a lot of them, so be patient here. Most of them, if not all of them, most of them were warnings, then there were a lot of probations. Wong Do, Ruby Estes, Joseph Landy Pavlon, Nick Bergwald, Liam Tingley, and Nicholas Budimlich ended up getting 5th place, or they ended up getting warnings for avoidable contact. Ruby Estes did get a warning for over-aggressive driving. JLP ended up getting a warning for unsafe rejoin. So that was a couple of these guys were docked 4 drivers were docked 5 World Drivers' Championship points as a result. Now, so we also had some probations here with Allison Rodrigo Kez Hiller, who is in this race. He is currently under probation with 15 World Drivers' Championship points docked. All of that for avoidable contact and a semi-avoidable plow. Blondre Wilson has a 2-race probation for an avoidable plow. She ended up getting 20 driver points docked as a result of that. Seth Cole, Andy Cruz, and Ethan Mingalelli end up getting probation as well. However, the biggest thing I wanted, why I brought this up, there were a lot of licenses revoked over the week as well. Ethan Mingalelli, Carl Childress, Synthetic, whoever he was, Joseph Landy Pavlon, Trey, I think it's, I don't know who that is actually, hold on. Bryson Miller, Trevor Davis, RJ Bishop, Aiden Smith, and Rose Henson all had their licenses revoked. Now, Rose Henson, I'm not going to get into that because, I mean, if you're in the IFAR or MCRL server, you know why. But all those drivers have had their licenses revoked. So we have so that kind of explains why we have a thinner field tonight. Not a lot of drivers. We don't have as many drivers registered now as a result of those driver license revocations. Now let's take a look at your top 3 here before they restart. Gino Bononi, Austin Delgado, Ryan Santana, Jerry Cook, and Wong Do are your top 5 here as they come onto the drag strip. I do not know if this is going to be the restart, but we have 10 laps to go. We will be restarting with 9 to go. By the way, we do apologize for the lack of a ticker. That's the one thing about GNL.TV that I really do not like, is if you don't launch the game correctly, it's not going to show up, and I guess I figured that out way too late. So we are not going green this time by. God help all of us. Do we have any retirements? Ruby Estes is still not out of this race. Winty Wolf, Ruby Estes, Speak of the Devil, and Thomas Troxel are in the pit road. Thomas Troxel is one of the best paint schemes in the field. I've always been a massive fan of Ruby Estes' Comfort Inn and Suites car. That car, I don't really like that much. I'm sorry, Winty. I do not like that 7 car. Connor Hudson. I'm a Celtics fan, but I can appreciate the Nuggets car, I suppose. I do like that Logitech car that Servidio's got. Not a big fan of the Gravedigger car just because of the colors. I didn't like Kevin Harvick's car for the same reason. And the scheme itself looks really good, but I just don't like the color. And who else has pretty good cars that I could look at? Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right, the 92 car. And I already told you how much I like the 87's cars, so... A lot of these guys did really good jobs on their cars. Wang Do, I've already talked about a lot of times. I love that he went with the Richard Petty Racing Experience car. And Gino Bononi is just a piece of abstract art. I'm pretty sure there's a reason behind that, but I don't care to ask why. Although it does kind of look like one of those Mazda MX-5 cars because of the number, how it is, so... Yeah, it makes sense. We're racing on a road course, so why not, huh? Once again, let's go through your top 5 before they restart. Gino Bononi, Austin Delgado, Ryan Santana, Jerry Cook, and Wang Do, your top 5. Please, God, let this be the restart. We'll be restarting with 8 laps to go. Yes, they are. They're going to be going green this time. Gino Bononi is the control car. The control line is at the end of this black tarmac here from the drag strip. At the end of the drag strip is the control line. And green, green, green. We're back green here in Topeka. 8 laps to go here in America's Heartland. 3 wide on the tarmac here with the 87 on the bottom. Wang Do. 1 in the grass. It's Ryan Santana. Oh, Ryan has not had a good day, but that kind of adds to it. But he's still in a massive position where he could go for the win. Multiple cars stacking up here as they go into turn 4. And we got one around contact. Ryan Santana and Tiny Dagenhart. One is around. It's Witty Wolf. Spun around by Nico Servideo. And we also got another one off. So many cars off into the grass. And Flandre Wilson spun around by Blaine Davis. I keep wanting to say Rose Henson. Ruby Estes into the grass as well, but she's able to keep her car going in the right direction. And it looks like it's kind of slowed down a little bit. Garson Muyang hitting the rumble strip there, but he'll be all right. And Austin Delgado has assumed the lead here from Jerry Cook, but how long is he going to hold on to it? Side by side going on to the drag strip. Here comes Garson Muyang on the outside, losing time. Tiny Dagenhart in 5th place, I do believe. And Austin Delgado has managed to hold on to the lead for more than one corner. That might be promising here. Maybe Jerry Cook isn't going to automatically win this race. Gino Bononi and Aiden Lacasse having a battle here as they go down into this little sharp braking zone right here. Not quite a hairpin, but once again, similar. Oh, we got a massive log jam up in the other part of the track. 3 wide in Flandre Wilson, just in case she hasn't been spun enough in this restart. And the 6 is off. The 7 is off. Still green. Oh my God, we just had so much happen all at once. I want to take a look. Once it starts calming down a little bit, I want to take a look at what happened to Flandre Wilson. We'll get to that replay in just a little bit. Just want to make sure that these guys don't wreck each other more. A little bit of a lockup from Thomas Troxel in the 21 car. And all contact, Troxel is going to be shoved out of the way by the 54. Now, IFAR has started clamping down a little bit on the aggressive driving after that Indianapolis race. They're going to start handing out stricter penalties for these, they're going to start handing out more penalties for these kinds of incidents, for anything that can be deemed avoidable contact because of that Indianapolis race, and they're not going to be able to drive half as aggressively for the win as they were able to. before that Indianapolis race. And here comes Natani Dagenhart. Gino Bononi gonna lose that spot there. Dagenhart into the grass there. Austin Delgado has lost the lead to Jerry Cook. Sad news for anybody that's not named DualShock. And, sad news for anybody that's named DualShock, I'm sorry. Gino Bononi and Natani Dagenhart still battling. We have a couple more battles throughout the field. Thomas Troxel, and that doesn't go well for the 78 of Blake Cusson. Man, play stupid games, get stupid prices. And that's what happened. I think he just went in a little too deep with that battle. And Thomas Troxel does eventually get turned. Oh my goodness. And, the Wincy Wolf decided to go for a little excursion in the grass here. Dude thinks he's Mahavir Raghunathan with how he cut that corner. Oh, I see what happened. He was trying to avoid Thomas Troxel. Tried to go off-roading. Now we got more problems with the 6 car. Okay, looking back at this restart, I'm kind of glad that some of these guys got their license taken away. Because imagine if some of those drivers were in this race. It would have been just a complete wreck fest. Wong Do and Aiden Lacasse battling for position. Didn't think I'd say that today. But Wong Do usually been in a pretty dominant position up in the top 3. This is the second time that we've seen him under threat of losing that 3rd place position. Aiden Lacasse and Natani Dagenhart trying to fight their way into the position. Jerry is still leading, coming into the S's here. And Jerry trying to see if he can win himself a race here in the heartland of America. 4 laps to go when he crosses the line. Jerry, do not choke this away like you did Monza, buddy. Wong Do and Aiden Lacasse still going at it. Aiden Lacasse has the Red Bull Racing font on his car. Just realized that. Ruby Estes trying to battle with Kez Hiller. I believe that's his name. Yep, Kez Hiller. Remember, this is one of the guys that got served I forgot if it was a probation or a warning. I just went through all of the punishments. We might have to make that a segment during the mid-race. But Joshua Clemens still trying to chase down Gino Bononi. Remember, 4 laps to go. These guys are going to have to try. They're going to try and kick it into overdrive. I'm pretty sure the point of no return has been passed. Natani Dagenhart kind of riding those rumble strips a little too much there. When you hit those things, I mean, you think a Formula 1 car is bad. These things have a lot worse downforce, it seems like. And it just seems like, oh man, those curbs really do send you just absolutely flying, it seems like. Joshua Clements. Is he Canadian? Is that a Canadian flag? I did not know this. This is new information to me. Chase it down, Gino Bononi in the 24. Jerry Cook. 3 laps to go here in Topeka. Here in Heartland Motorsports Park. And that 54 car kind of reminds me of a Ty Gibbs car. I wonder if that's what he was going for. And he's trying to make a move on D-Rod. What a block by Rodriguez in the sheetrock Toyota. But the 54 is going to get by anyway. He's like, screw you. You're going to try and throw a block on me. I'm still going to get by you. But nope, they're still bound for position. He's being forced to the outside. Contact between Rodriguez and Santana. They're still battling here going through the corners. Haven't seen much of Daniel Rodriguez today, but we're getting a show here in the final 3 laps of the race. And he's going to, same one as everybody else here. He has completely lost the car going through the corner. They are entering the hill, going into the downhill braking section of the track, into the chicane. At least I think this is the chicane. Yep, it is. Garson Muyang, remember he is a threat. Okay. So right now Ryan Santana is trying to chase down Garson Muyang in the Maya Ford Mustang. 2 laps to go here in I keep wanting to say Overland Park. 2 laps to go here in Heartland Park. Natani Dagenhart and Aiden Lacasse. Lacasse takes the corner way too wide, and Natani Dagenhart will get right on past him. Got another battle for position up here. Gino Bononi and Joshua Clements working at each other. Garson Muyang and Ryan Santana so much closer to each other now. And this is a battle for the ages here in the heartland of Kansas. Here in the hills of Kansas. And here comes Ryan Santana. Will he be able to outbreak Garson Muyang? Well, that's one way to do it. He just about cut the corner. Track limits being abused here in Topeka. Here they are coming down through the hill. Into the hill that will lead into the chicane. This might be another passing opportunity for Ryan Santana. Here he comes, Santana with a dive bomb there. Who's going to switch back? Garson Muyang still holding on to the position. A little bit of a lock up there for the 20. And here they are coming into the S's. Ryan Santana with another dive bomb to the inside. A little bit of contact. Ryan Santana on the back bumper of the 71. 1 lap to go. Presented by Credit One Bank. Jerry Cook and Austin Delgado aren't battling for position right now, so we might as well keep an eye on the battle toward the back. We got multiple battles to keep an eye on, but this battle, Ruby Estes is out of the race, so is Blake Cusson. Santana, this is the battle for, I believe this is the battle for 7th at the moment. Ryan Santana, is he going to do it? A little bit of contact. Garson Muyang into the grass. Coming to the midway section of the racetrack. Coming down into the heavy braking zone. What will the 54 do? The 71 trying to close the door on him. Still trying to go around the outside. He's got a massive opportunity for a run. Ryan Santana down the hill onto the straightaway. He's going to outbreak the 71. Yes, he will. He's cleared Garson Muyang, but he's still got the chicane to work with. Santana loses it at the chicane. Here comes the 71 car. Coming onto the straightaway now. Jerry Cook has won here in Topeka. Natani Dagenhart and Aiden Lacasse. Looks like Dagenhart's going to get the best of him in that battle. And here comes Clements on the outside. Gino Bononi will best him. Coming into the last corner. Muyang. It's going to be a drag race. And Ryan Santana will grab the 7th place spot. Garson Muyang, 8th. Daniel Rodriguez, 9th. Wong Do will come into 10th place. And some intense battles on the last couple laps of the race. Clear, hands down, in my personal opinion, the best race of Season 10. Connor Hudson is smoking like a chimney. I'm sure he'll finish the race, but we got to take a look at what happened. Oh, poor Connor. Poor Connor. Oh. Into the tire barrier. So Jerry Cook will win here in Topeka. No burnout. So with that, we're going to take a look at your finishing order brought to you by Sunoco Fueling Victories. Jerry Cook with a 5-second win over Austin Delgado. He had a chance to win late in the race, but Jerry Cook was able to recapture the lead. Natani Dagenhart third after a battle with Aiden Lacasse. Gino Bononi and Jeremy Clements had an amazing battle almost about 9. Oh my God, how close is that? Is that 9/100ths of a second that separated the two there? Or? I don't even know. No, that's 19. Sorry, that's 1900ths of a second that separated the two. Still pretty close. Ryan Santana and Garson Muyung. Look how close that was. Hundredths of a second between the two here. Daniel Rodriguez and Wong Do are round out the top 5. Victor Delgado, William Viola, Kez Hiller, Flandre Wilson, Winty Wolf round out your top 15 and the ones who finished on the lead lap. Nico Cervedio, Thomas Troxel, Blaine Davis, and Connor Hudson all finished a lap down. Unfortunately, Ruby Estes, Blaine Cusson, Cam Jameson, and Joshua Lisa Swain did not finish the race. Unfortunate for them. But, man, Joshua was doing really good, too. I wonder what happened to him. But other than that, we'd like to thank everybody who tuned in. We had a pretty sizable audience tonight. We had 8 of you waiting for the stream to start today. So, thank you guys so much for watching today. Coming up next week, I do believe, if they don't change the schedule at the very last second, if they don't change the thing at the very last second, the Mill Road Energy 200 at Michigan will be the next race, followed by the Southern 200 at Darlington. The Milk Podcast, the Milk Podcast. Oh my good God. I don't actually know. It won't be the Milk Podcast. It'll be Atlanta, won't it? It'll be the ATR 200 from Atlanta because they swapped out Nashville for Atlanta. So that'll be that. And then the finale, the Chevrolet Performance 400 at home. I can't believe we're already in the final stretch of the season, man. I know I missed 2 weeks of it, but it's felt like this season's gone by so quickly. Anyway, we'd like to thank you guys so much for watching today's broadcast. We'll see you on Monday for the Budweiser All-Star Series All-Star Race. That will be held at Stafford Motor Speedway, as the fans have voted for. So we will see you there. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. This is your head commentator, Nicholas Koskin with Prodigy Racing Network. Jerry Cook wins again at Topeka.